This is your stop for all things pop. Catch our all-around pop culture geek, Cholo Sediaren, as he throws in some dose of what's poppin' and what's hot in the pop culture scene here on PopCorn. Munch in with us every Thursdays from 4 to 6, only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
What's poppin', and welcome to Popcorn with Cholo Sediaren, your stop for all things pop, where we talk about all things pop culture from the Philippine Islands to the rest of the globe, or in this case, dito sa bahay, dahil we are still on quarantine. And this is the first of a series of our first anniversary episodes, and I'm so excited to have our very first guest right here. I've been wanting him on the show for super long, and finally it's happening. We have Asia's romantic balladeer, Mr. Christian Bautista. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. I mean, I'm so happy na you're here because even though with the situation and all that, but I remember kasi the first time I posted na I have my show now and all that, and then you commented and you're like, oh, guest mo naman ako sometime, and then now you're here, and you know, it's just great. I'm happy you get to be one of the first guests on the anniversary special.
Tina-timing ko talaga na 1 year.
Oh,
Kaya
okay.
delay.
para special talaga.
Para special.
But like, I guess aside from that, kamusta naman since we're all on quarantine? It's not really the most ideal situation. Of course, I wanted it to become like, oh, we're in the studio. It's like a cool setup. But now we're here and we have to do what we do inside our homes.
Yeah, it was, you know what, kanina ko na naisip. It's great pala to be married to an amazing person and be quarantined with an amazing person at the same time. For example, the first few days na merong rumors of being locked down, right? So parang the first thing that I wanted to do was to panic buy canned goods, for example. Tapos sabi niya, but don't forget the vegetables. Kasi, why? Kasi we still need the nutrition.
Yeah.
Kasi if you all like canned goods, mas magkakasakit pa tayo. So she's just been really an amazing partner to be with. And at the same time, we're trying to help local businesses as well, or para friends who have businesses na biglang nasaran.
Yeah.
Kung meron silang food business, we're trying to order from them. Ganyan. Ako naman, I'm trying to do...
the chocolate cakes? Or was that somebody else?
Again?
Somebody posted moist chocolate cakes on their Instagram story. I'm not sure if it was you or Yael. Baka si Yael.
Baka si Yael, yeah. I'm doing these fundraiser concerts as well for different organizations. At the same time, I'm game streaming as well kasi I play games and I stream games. I write songs. It's basically trying to be as creative as possible. Creating content for the internet, for the future when this is done. Cleaning the house over and over, of course. Doing grocery runs, if not deliveries, ganyan. Doing a little bit of TikTok as well. Just a little bit. Yung sakto lang. Yung parang, kasi meron mga over di ba? Parang every day may TikTok talaga. Wala yung ibang ginagawa dyan.
Pero parang for a lot of people, the TikTok craze is something, they put their creativity into, like you see their effort, which is good for them, I guess. But for the regular person, medyo OA nga siya tingnan.
No, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with doing TikToks. It's just so funny that I watch some people na every day meron talaga. Like once a day. So hats off to you. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, I actually tried doing TikTok then for everyday content, but I couldn't really do it. nahiya ako sa mga tao dito sa bahay, sayaw ako ng sayaw dito. Pero, I mean, that's good. I mean, you seem like you're really busy within the quarantine. And I mean, everyone's doing the best that they can from their own homes. So I guess we'll move on to the interview proper now. But I guess before that, I haven't really told you this like in person, but you're someone I've really admired for the longest time ever since before. So I'm really happy na you're here, and you know, it's just parang full circle na parang before I'd be watching you here, parang watching you on television, listening to your music, seeing you in concert, and then now you're just talking to me like, you know, casually. And actually parang funny story, I don't think I've told you this also, na I don't know if you remember this specific concert way back in like 2003, 2004 yata. It was in Pampanga, and there was like a segment where parang kayo nila Rachel Ann, Sarah, Mark Bautista, I think. Was
Champions, okay.
Yeah, Champions concert in Pampanga. And then parang may segment na, kids come up to the stage. And I was there with you on stage.
No! You have a photo?
I do, but I'll have to look for it and send it to you.
Show it to us.
Yeah. Sobrang funny lang na parang, okay, that's just like super crazy na we were on one stage way long ago, and now we're like...
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So have to find that.
Really funny and really cool. I mean, getting to work with people I've admired for really long, like you and Yael and everyone else, parang it's just crazy and it's great. But I guess coming from that point na Champions era, parang, I mean, it's been how many years? 16, 17 years na ba in the business?
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, how has the whole journey been coming from being a Star in a Million contestant and then where you are like how many years later? Almost 2 decades later.
It's not easy. There are good years. There are tough years. We have friends na naging superstars, ultra mega stars, you know, and we have some friends na naging international theater stars, and some decided to get married early on. Some decided to do other things. I guess when I lost, parang it should have signified a stop pero to the career. Pero with my managers, Carlo Rosa, and I guess a drive that I didn't know I had, parang no, I wanna see this through. Ganyan, I wanna see this through. So everything changed, of course, when we found the song "The Way You Look at Me," and it brought us out of the country. Pero there will still be some tough times after that. So I'm just glad na I'm with the management stages that will really help me and stand by me kahit parang plateau times or plateau years. Kaya they would still help me, for example, be part of West Side Story, the musical, for example. So Stages is one of those managements na hindi ka talaga papabayaan. Kasi di ba, meron ka naririnig na ibang management na pag wala na nangyayari sila, bye!
Yeah.
Go ka na.
Yeah.
Pero I'm just glad na I have a manager and a management na talagang really sticks with you. Kasi Carlo also was an artist before and still is an artist. Yeah. Just, you know, finished Joseph the Dreamer with Sam Concepcion. So he knows. I also was very fortunate enough to bag Kitchen Musical to do work in Singapore for 3 months.
That was a really good show, by the way. I watched it. Sa TV pa.
Again, I always say it was too early for its time. You know, it should have been done now.
That was even before the Glee era and like
after Glee. After.
What year was Kitchen Musical? Mga 20...
I-Google natin yan. Kasi my memory is kind of bad.
Now.
Pero imagine, wala pang Netflix noon, iFlix, whatever. So parang, kung ngayon yung ginawa, immediately, siguro nasa Netflix, iFlix na yan. Parang sinasabi ko nga sa mga bosses, i-release na natin. ang daming owners yata. So they're still figuring out kung paano.
Yeah, it's 2011
Anyway.
according to Wikipedia. That was a bit after Glee, but considering the streaming platforms weren't prevalent yet those days, especially in Asia, I guess it was nga. I mean, you're correct on that note.
Yeah. Ahead of its time.
It would be
Tapos,
great to get to watch that again. Do you have a copy that you watch sometimes, or
I have a pirated copy from the Studio 23 Days na kinopya ng tatay ko. Tatanong ko kung pag in-upload ko, masusuba ako. We'll see. We'll see if that
ito
happens.
na ng Christian flicks na dun lang ma-access?
Na ano lang, personal DM lang. Huwag niyo po gawin. Also, Universal Records changed my life through the Jose Marichan album, of course. That was such an amazing, amazing album. The music videos, the songs. And moving to GMA also was pretty amazing. I've been with them for more than 5 years now. Getting married was amazing as well with Kat. She's such a wonderful partner. And now parang during this lockdown there's a lot of introspection, a lot of planning for the future. Kasi nga, I always say this in some of the interviews. As long as there's no cure or virus, everything will change in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
I have a friend in Singapore. Sabi ko, how are you guys there? Are you locked down as well? Parang, not really. Our cafes are open, restaurants, ganyan. Basta social distancing, mask, wash your hands, and no grouping na more than 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, which is sinasabi na rin sa atin, right? Para tayo magka-concert niyan. Di ba?
Yeah.
Tigda 10 lang.
May piles of 10 people
By batch.
the venue.
Ikaw 8 p.m., ikaw 9. Parang sine. Siguro, pwede. Hindi pagod na pagod kami.
Pero parang, I mean, it is, in a sense, the good things that we're getting from this, I guess, na we get to adapt and we get to see what else we can do aside from our normal operations. I mean, people wouldn't be exploring the online space as much as compared to the time na we were operating normally, for example. And now people are getting a bit more creative on what they can do. Na parang, what are these other platforms I can tap, or what are these other creative ventures I can go? So, I mean, those are the things that I guess we can be thankful for. Although, of course, for the people on the outside, I mean, it's really a bad situation here in the country, and it's really sad to see. I mean, all of these things happening. So, I mean, especially, I guess I'd like to ask this: if, syempre, as an artist, using your platform in this economy, if you can call it that, if in this situation, it's a really big responsibility and a power. And how do you manage to like control what you say online, for example, na parang something that wouldn't trigger people or something that would be sensitive to people? Kasi syempre, diba, you're everywhere essentially, and all these people are getting called out na parang, oh, you're spreading fake news, or you're spreading something that people shouldn't actually see because, you know, it's false or it's not correct, parang ganun.
Except for the clash, I try to be as balanced as possible sa social media. I get accused of not saying anything. I get accused of being silent, ganyan. Pero I try to be as balanced and as fair as possible. Kasi nga, whatever you say will affect people. Mm-hmm. Whatever you say talagang, as we all know, will be listened to by a group of people and will be bashed by a group of people. I have my own opinions. If you're my friend, we can talk about it offline. Tas kwentuhan tayo. I'll tell you my opinion. I admire those people na talagang who are unabashedly vocal practical in what they want to change. Ganyan. I just always want to look for the best in everything. So there may be correct posts or wrong posts, pero I still try na to see where that person is coming from and why he said it. Ang mahirap is yung people who are totally not open to debate or totally not open to discussion. Yun ang mahirap na hindi ka na kinakausap yung mga ganun. So, for example, I would do these fundraisings, concert fundraisings. The goal definitely is to ask for money, for them to deposit it to a certain organization and for the organization to do their job. I am not the type during that show not to constantly, okay, so please give. Kasi I'm sure there are a lot of people who are watching the internet shows who have data and Wi-Fi, who are capable of paying through credit cards and GCash and all that. But I'm pretty sure there are some also who don't have money na nanonood. So I cater some words or some songs for them. But for you who don't have money, maybe you can just share this post. You can offer a prayer. You can offer a nice tweet or whatever. Or help us na lang or help other people or encourage people to give to these organizations. Kasi parang, I'm sure merong ibang tao dyan na nagkakaroon din ng donor fatigue. For example, merong halimbawa companies na hinihingan ng pera. Siguro, may budget rin ng isang company, di ba? Parang itong budget na to allocated for donations. May budget kami allocated when this thing is over for my employees or for my business to run. So parang I also try to parang balance it out. If you have money, please give. If you have just a little, if you have a peso, sure, give a peso. That's fine. If you don't have money, it's okay. Just, be with us. Ganyan. So parang, ganun ko tinitreat yung mga online shows. Sometimes na parang I get asked, parang bakit di ka magaling humingi ng pera? kasi sabi ko, kasi po, hindi lahat may pera.
Yeah.
Para siguro kung isang mahirap na tao na nakaasa sa barangay, tapos hinihingi ako siya ng pera, baka iba yung ma-feel niya, di ba? So, that's what I try to do as much as I can.
Yeah, and with regards to that, I think naman din na parang, I mean, at the end of the day, we get to help through monetary, but also through uplifting people lang na they get to see you or watch you and feel like some sort of hope or parang gaan lang ng loob para to get through the times that we are in.
Yeah. Kasi may mga tao na may mga audience gusto inspirational songs. Of course, bibigyan natin yan. You raise me up, talagang di kita, lahat bibigyan natin. Pero meron mga tao gusto lang tumambay. Meron mga tao gusto lang makinig ng mga old songs, makipagkwentuhan lang. Iba-iba. So, kinikater ko yun as much as I can.
And I guess, speaking now of the whole like uplifting people, I mean, I guess we can talk about your newest single also na it's called
Dapat
ng Ulan. And I mean, it just so happened na it's kind of sad that it ended up becoming some sort of song na uplifting people towards these times, because when you were working on it, right, it wasn't something intended to be such a song. And now parang we find ourselves in this situation, and it's great also at the same time na I also listen to it every so often because it just parang nakagaan din ng loob na hearing your voice and also having Janine Tenyoso on the So parang how is that, I mean, now handling this single in particular?
This song was supposed to be like a balm, diba? Like a balm to soothe a certain kind of pain. BALM, balm. Not bomb. To soothe a certain kind of a band. pag sa breakup or problema sa pamilya, problema sa kaibigan, di ba malilipas din yan, and then the lockdown happened. Bumagay din siguro, di ba lilipas din to, magtulungan lang tayo. Kasi nga, may mga ibang bansa na may nakikita na tayong dumadami recoveries. So parang dadating din ang mga recoveries sa atin. Dadami rin ang recoveries sa atin. At matatapos din ito. And meron din akong mga ilan na tao na nagsabi sa akin, wow, nakakakalma, parang nare-relax ako, parang salamat. Kasi nga, I guess God willed it, you know, na ma-release natin ang gano'n. And Janine is an amazing singer as well. I wish her all the best.
Yeah, I mean, I remember being with you during the Wish Music Awards and watching Janine perform Dina Moli live, and we were both like, wow, girl.
Nga nga, talaga.
Parang, ang tawag dito, parang I think in conversation natin was like, wow, you're gonna be collaborating with this amazing person, and we're both so excited. And now we get to hear the final product, and it's equally as good talaga. And
yeah.
How was the process of like talking to her, meeting her after like that? Parang watching her in that specific performance?
Well, definitely the duet was processed through our label, Universal and then Viva. Pero I got to talk to her after another Wish event when we went to Batangas to support naman yung mga taong na kailangan ng tulong sa Taal. So I got to talk to her then, and doon ko siya nakilala, and nakakatuwa, very kind, very nice, very unassuming, yet yun nga, yung boses is like amazing, and I think she's gonna go bigger pa, definitely. I really hope na this song resonates to more people, so, and I really hope na mas lumaki pa si Janine, you know, even after this.
I mean, seeing her progress now pa lang na she's this young, and like, I can't imagine pa na she'll become even bigger and like even more successful and better in her craft. So I can't wait to see that. But speaking of that, parang going back to your days, parang natatandaan mo ba yung sarili mo when you were beginning in the industry na, you know, I was like this and now I'm like this? When you meet like younger artists na who are starting pa lang?
I would have wanted to be more nice nung when I started. Kasi masyado akong tahimik nung nag-start ako at hindi ako makwento. So ang label agad sa akin, mayabang, seryoso, masyadong mapagsarili, ganyan, which was partly true kasi nga introvert.
Yeah.
Then natutunan ko na lang kung paano makipag-usap later on, to the point na parang I'd be shy to talk to my bosses or my superiors kasi nahiya ako, baka mapahiya ako. Eh yung pala gusto ng ilan mga bosses na kausapin sila, just, you know, to get to know each other, ganyan. I would have, sana mas natutunan ko yun agad and early. Ngayon ko pa lang din natututunan how to build connections, relations, ganyan. I would advise the new singers to do that. Kasi nga, the more collaborations you do, the more partnerships that you do, the better in the long run. Kasi for example, kapag tinitingnan ko yung Spotify artists page, ang marami doon na piniplay ng mga tao, mga duets talaga.
Yeah.
Collaboration. Ang dami.
Nakikinig lang ako gabi ng Angeline Quinto duet.
In Love With You, one of the top 10 siguro.
Yeah.
One of the top 10.
But is that something na you, like, syempre you're also a judge on The Clash now, parang full circle also for you. And is that parang some of the advice that you give to the contestants that you meet or the winners that you meet or even the people who just come from the competition?
Yung advice na yun sinasabi ko after the competition, before, kasi syempre when you're on stage, it's all about the performance. Pero after the performance yan, minsan sinasabi ko itong ganyan, don't give up. Ako rin naman, natalo before, ganyan. Pero ang lagi kong, if the situation opens up, at medyo lumalim na yung usapan, the hardest advice na binibigay ko is, check mo rin kung para sa ito. Itong career na to or not. Kasi it may be a season, parang Toy Story, no? It may be a season, it may be forever, it may be ngayon lang, or maybe it's gonna bring you to another profession. You will know naman eh. You will know naman eh. There are some celebrities na who last 5 years and then become business owners. Meron mga 10 years, then they do other things. Meron forever, like Martin, Gary, si Marichan, Basil, which is a goal of mine. Pero yun nga, I really hope na they maximize this chance na while they are still on TV or online or social media, when they still have this support of a network, ma-maximize talaga nila fully. Kasi, honestly, right now, you don't need, if you have kahit na normal person ka, tapos nakagawa ka ng viral hit sa internet, the networks will get you, the managements will get you, the labels will get you. So, meron na nga silang backer, so don't waste it. Don't waste this chance.
Yeah.
I always tell them, this is a fast track. So you have to be good right away. You have to be fast. You have to improve fast. Kasi ang daming competition.
Would you say that the competition now talaga has really like exponentially grown as compared to your time na, okay, we're just mostly on TV, some internet, and then now, kung saan-saan nagsusulputan lahat ng mga tao?
It exponentially grows every hour. With every TikTok made, with every YouTube video made. So parang lahat naghahabol eh. Nakakapagod din. Nakakapagod. So parang do your best to create something good. Hope na ma-market siya properly, malabas siya properly, and hopefully a big niche or a big minority will or majority will pick it up and push it to the majority. You're in competition now with the world. Si Justin Bieber nagla-live na, bro. Si Justin Bieber, hino-host niya with his fans. Parang ko the other day. Pwede mo na makausap ni Justin Bieber diretso. Yun ang ginagawa nila. So, let's do what we can. Let's hope it works. If it doesn't work, let's hope in 5 years it becomes the next Tala. Alam mo yun? So, labas lang ng labas.
Pero, I mean, speaking of, yun nga, sabi mo kanina na, you know, it's not for everyone and you might need, parang some people have other paths set out for them. But how did you know personally na, okay, this is something that I want to pursue in the long run? Like, what was that moment siguro na you actually like decided na, okay, tutuloy-tuloy ko na to and I'll see where I go from here?
I had a feeling during the contest, Star in a Million, when I was on stage after a few performances. Sabi ko, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Wow.
This is it. This is it. So parang, it's empowering as well, na parang kahit na mahirap sometimes, or nga because I lost, parang, no, this is it. This is what I want to do. So, continue natin.
So you also have your, this is the moment, but on your own terms.
Yeah. Yeah. So, parang kahit natalo ko, push pa rin. Hanggang kaya. And, para din sa ibang mga artists, my God, mag-ipon kayo at mag-invest kayo, my God. Please. Parang have like a part of your money for investment, a part of your money for savings, a part of your money, of course, for your career, for your future family, for your kids. I mean, learn about finances and huwag niyo ubusin sa kotse or sa bags. Yung tama na, sakto lang.
Pero parang before that, di ba you were in architecture, am I correct?
Landscape architecture, yeah.
Yeah, so how did you like decide to even join in the first place? Parang I hear your family is also like very musically oriented. Is that why
Sa choir. Ma-choir kami lahat eh. Lahat kami nasa choir sa church. And ako nag-try lang ako. Kasi gusto ko naman talaga mag-office lang eh.
Mm-hmm.
Tinry ko lang kasi may opportunity to sing and get some money. Yun lang naman, di ba? Hey, mag-audition ka dito. If you sing, if you win, you get some money. Alright. Dati nagko-commercials ako or VTRs. You go there, you act a little bit, you get some money. Alright, sige. Hindi ko siya inisip na maging goal until parang it landed.
And when it did, it did.
Yeah.
Pero parang from there also, syempre you've had a lot of friends nga that you were mentioning earlier, sila Sarah and Eric and Rachel Ann. How was that bond between you guys? You've had so many concerts together. I guess I was saying earlier, I was actually there super long ago. Kaya yung Araneta napanood ko, I'm not sure. Pero parang how was that parang after all these years, you still hang out outside of celebrity functions, all that?
As much as we can, kapag hindi busy, we have dinner, or now we have Zoom meetings, or we have a WhatsApp group, ganyan. So we still check up on each other, yeah. Ano pa rin naman yung friendship.
Are there any plans of reviving it into like, oh, let's have a reunion Champions concert one day? Because that is something I would actually watch and be like, oh my gosh, it's all of them together again.
So, ang makakasagot lang yan na si Boss Vic.
Ilakad na natin.
Kasi he owns it, right? He owns like that brand.
Yeah.
Tanong natin kay Boss Vic.
Sige, ipupush natin yan. I will be a supporter. Pero, I mean, aside from the whole showbiz thing, I guess do a lot of people know that you like video games, for example? Because when we were together for the first time yata 2 years ago, we were in our downtime, we were like playing Nintendo Switch Smash Brothers, which was super fun. Like, what's your relationship with video games, I guess? Kasi it's a fun fact like the casual fan wouldn't really know about you.
Yeah, bata pa lang kami, we were into video games na, from the first Atari to the family computer, PlayStation, Sega Genesis, PC. And my dad would sometimes play with us. 3 boys kami, so talagang naglalaro kami together. Ngayon, ini-stream ko na yung Mobile Legends or Call of Duty. It's a good pastime. I like it. We like it. I get to connect with people as well. And it never really left. Like last night, nag-StarCraft kaming 3, magkakapatid. So talagang, kung yung iba nagba-basketball, yung iba nag-workout, yung iba nag-TikTok, kami nag-video games.
And it's actually a really fun time then to like bond with people. Kasi I've been on Animal Crossing like the last 3-4 days. And my friends and I parang would have parties there na my friend made some super intricate party details, made games na musical chairs inside Animal Crossing and like other stuff. So I mean it's a great time to like bond also.
Yeah. Ngayon nga, this time parang mas marami kami kaibigan na nakakausap kaysa dati. Because of these groups and these video calls.
And actually, parang I remember you were actually you performed in a video game or a parang Twitch streaming competition. I forget the title, but like it was in Indonesia, tama ba?
Yeah, it was a PUBG tournament, celebrity PUBG tournament. It was crazy because I was invited to go there to sing and play video games, which is fantastic.
It was like both of your worlds in a sense.
Yeah,
right?
and get paid for it, right? So yeah, let's go.
Pero parang when you're streaming, for example, ML or Call of Duty, parang it's parang may mga nakakalaro ka ba, oh, you're Christian, I know you, parang ganun. Or may mga nag-stream na, oh, I'm from Indonesia, for example, or other parts of the globe.
Yeah, it's interesting kasi pag nag-stream ka, you don't get your usual fans. You get players.
Yeah.
Whether pros or not. Merong iba na natutuwa na kalaro ako. Merong iba na walang pakialam at ginagago ako at lalo kong tinitira. So pare, grabe, ang bobo mo pala. Artista ka naman. Parang, artista ka na lang. Ganyan. Wow, wait. Naglalaro na ako dito. The heck? Parang, ang daming positive na parang, wow, finally, kalaro ko si Idol. Meron ding bashing na parang, ay nako, ito na naman si Christian. Matatalo na naman tayo dyan. Chill, guys. Parang, Idol, pahingi naman ng skin dyan. Parang, teka muna. So, as much as I can, sa streams ko, we try to be positive. Alam mo, pwede ka mainis, pwede ka magalit, pero huwag ka mong bash.
Yeah.
Huwag ka manira, huwag ka magmura. Sa amin, Kasi maraming streamers dyan, gusto yung mura gusto yung bashing or whatever. So parang pag binablock ko na lang, huwag ka dito sa channel ko, huwag ka dito sa channel. So parang, that's another thing that I really wanna work on with a concerned group. Sana yung online bullying, online game bullying. So parang some would say, that's natural. Pero if you're caught off guard, if you're vulnerable, tapos 5 kayo in a team, tapos lahat ng 4, tinitira ka and minumura ka, nakaka-affect din.
Yeah.
Paano ba yung mga bata? Wala namang parental restrictions yun.
And they don't have the maturity to like understand that this is just a game or this is just like banter online, for example, right?
It's not banter if they tell you bad words anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Kasi sometimes you'll have a good day. Like in any sport or in any work, sometimes it's a good day, sometimes it's a bad day. Sometimes you're excellent or sometimes parang, why am I losing? Tapos, tinitira ka. What if you're like 9?
Yeah.
What if you're 9 tapos sinabi sa'yo na mamatay ka na lang, ganyan. So parang, so who protects them?
Mm-hmm.
So parang, ang nangyayari kasi, after the game, you can report these negative players.
Mm-hmm.
Pero after pa.
Yeah.
Pwede mo i-report and then kapag marami na silang report, their accounts can be banned.
Yeah. But the damage
pero what's up?
In a sense, right?
What?
The damage would have been done to that person who was triggered.
Damage is done. Second, they can make another account.
Uh-huh.
Different alias, different name. Then be the same.
Yeah.
So parang, I'm 38, so medyo kaya ko na. Pero meron mga times parang, whoa, wait, guys. It's only a game. Relax. Pero paano kung bata? Alam mo, meron mga bashing na ganito. Bata ka siguro, no? Kaya wala kang alam, bata ka kasi. Ako, bata ka laro ko. Meron pa iba, merong Tagalog, Bisaya. Sometimes. Bisaya ka siguro, no?
Unnecessary.
Pero mga ganun, parang, wow. It's something that you get nga kapag nag-online ka. So sometimes what I do, I just get my own friends or a group that I built, a group that I met with online na parang, tayo na lang. Ito hindi ako ganito so ganito lang tayo. So kapag may pumasok na bago tapos nagmumura, sila na rin mismo nagsasabi. Parang, oy, bawal yan dito. So at least, may culture kami somehow na napopromote.
Which is something na I think kailangan not just in video games still, but also everywhere online. Na parang with all the technology present, the social media makers are still like protecting these like people who make troll tweets or troll comments. Parang you have all the means necessary, but still you like Mark Zuckerberg, for example, na diba he gets a lot of flack for that, and it's still prevalent even to this day that they say, oh, this candidate was elected because of Facebook and your negligence, for example, diba?
Yeah, and yung iba naman, ang defense nila, freedom of expression. I can say anything I want. Pero yes, you can say anything you want. because of freedom. Pero meron lang repercussion yan.
Mm-hmm.
Meron ka laging mga kalaban, mga katapat. And I like the meme na yung dalawang aso na may gate. Sigawan. Diba? This is online social media bashing. May gate kasi tapos away na away yung dalawang aso. Pag tinalis mo yung gate, wala na.
The anonymity no? But parang even this whole rhetoric is also applied to religion in a sense na I've been noticing parang many people online or even celebrities sometimes would be like, oh, let's all just be Christian and praise the Lord and not hate each other. Parang they're using that religion or, for example, anonymity on video games or social media to be their masks or their defenses to parang defend their actual mistakes that should be improved on instead of like apologizing like 10 times but still doing the same thing and like defending yourself through like, I'm a Christian, whatever. I mean, you're a Christian but you're not that Christian.
Kaya nga, whatever religion it is, of course, they have the right to share what they believe in. Pero mas nire-respeto ko rin yung mga tao na they share also their mistakes. So parang, this is what I believe in, pero man, I failed in this area. Please forgive me. I'm trying to be better.
Yeah.
So parang, so I will respect you more kapag hindi lang yung puro, I'm great. I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm great. You're bad. You're bad. You're bad. This is what you do because I'm great. Because I follow. Parang, but if you also show a vulnerability or a weakness, or, okay, I respect you because you do that. Tapos, yun nga, tama ka. Makikita mo pa rin sa the past posts or the future posts kung talagang if that person is living out the teachings of their religion, for example. Nakakatawa lagi pag hindi ko alam kung fina-follow mo si Luis Manzano on Instagram. He's a comedian, of course. So, and yun din parang comedy, right?
Yeah.
What comedy now, some people are saying is being attacked. Kasi parang, oh, that's too harsh. That's too racist. Or parang ano. So parang yung ibang comedians, parang na ako mag-comedy kung lahat ng sinabi ko mali pala. Some people like to laugh at their own mistakes or other people's mistakes. Pero depende na yan kung sino yung gusto mag-define nun.
Yeah.
Pero, yun nga, it's so tricky now kasi sometimes si Luis magko-comedy. Tapos may isang fan or hater na magpo-post sa kanya na namumurahin siya. Hindi na-get yung comedy, for example. And then Luis would go to their page and then yung page nila may verse and then God bless you. Tapos yun ang ipopost si Luis na, ano ka pala? Meron ka bang verse siya pero kung murahin mo ako.
Yeah.
So, parang kailangan talaga sana matuto pa tayong lahat, us included, you and I, na to know what to post, when to delete a tweet, when to change it or edit. There just has to be education, I guess, as well. Siguro sana grade school or high school parang merong online education. Kung merong gustong magpatupad ng sex education, sana meron din parang online education or manners. Or sa GMRC nyo ilagay yan, di ba?
Yeah, and I think it's also parang sa parang sa upbringing then in the religious sense na I think people need to understand that religion shouldn't be the end all be all and you shouldn't be using it as a mask, for example, na okay, I'm Christian, I make mistakes, all that, but like are you actually living out what it's being taught to you instead of just like saying you're Christian? Do you practice Christian values in your real life? I mean, I guess that's one of the biggest it's one of the biggest things that the Filipinos have to learn, I think, if I notice correctly or observe correctly online, na parang okay, even in politics, for example, they try to parang but may religion dito, ganyan. Parang the integration of religion in our lives should be improved also. I mean, it's a parang we've gone off track from the earlier conversations, but it's just like a fun observation or like something serious then to be pondered on by the education and the religious communities.
Yeah, definitely. Tama ka. Basically, dapat sinasabuhay mo yung sinasabi mo. That's it.
Yeah.
Yun lang yun. Dapat sinasabuhay mo yung sinasabi. That's it.
Well, anyway, I mean, going back to non-religious and non-political stuff, siguro I just have some few questions I'd like to ask then that, I mean, syempre we were talking about Indonesia. Parang how was it coming from here and being a local musician and a local personality and then suddenly making it big in Indonesia? Because like a few months ago, I met some new friends from Indonesia, and then I was like, oh, I work at this label, blah, blah, blah. You might know this guy. I was like, Christian. He was like, and then I played the song, and they were all singing along in the car, The Way You Look at Me. With
Nice.
me. That was like, parang how was that whole experience? And it has continued on till this day, right?
Yeah, that was unreal. Being in Indonesia and singing my songs for Indonesians is unreal. It's really amazing. They latched on to one song, The Way You Look at Me, and latched to a few others. And I released that no high school pa yung ibang fans ko. Now they're all like married. They hire me to sing in their weddings. Ganyan.
Now I work with you.
Diba? I really hope to continue this relationship with them by launching new songs there or still continuing to do concerts there.
Mm-hmm.
It's been an amazing experience, and I hope it lasts longer.
And hopefully parang even the newer songs like yung Bukas Wala Nang Ulan, maybe an Indonesian version maybe, or I mean I guess there's something in the works but we can't say yet, or I don't know.
Until nakakontrata na, pwede na natin share.
Yeah. But
there's something in the works, yes. Pero pag nakakontrata na, pwede na.
Doon na lang after this recording pag-usapan. But I mean, as speaking of the global stage as well, parang I think one of your idols is really Josh Groban, and recently you got to sing with him in his concert here. I mean, how was that whole thing? Was it, of course it was surreal, I'm sure.
Yeah, pretty surreal na you get to sing with your idol. You get to sing a duet with him. Tapos Lea Salonga was there pa. To be given that opportunity, to be allowed to sing with him. One of my highlights talaga. One of my life's highlights. Then it also continued with Boyzone pa and Ronan.
Yeah.
That's another highlight as well. Sana there comes a day na they wanna do a duet with me naman no? Hindi yung baliktad.
That would be great. I mean, nakita ko rin
yung time na yun.
I think I was there during the Boyzone concert, and that was like, wow, a great...
Ang bait nila, grabe. Ang bait nila. Sobrang okay yung experience.
Ganun din ba yung experience mo, like creating the Romance Revisited album with Sir Jo Marina? Okay, I'm recreating all these classics, and it turned out into like one of your biggest albums to date, and it has it deserves it because it's really good, and you know all the hits from that album as well.
Yeah, I had a dinner with him before recording, and he was so gracious to allow me to sing most of his songs. We're part of OPM organization now. We've sung in a few concerts na rin. His songs really stand the test of time. I clearly hope na someday I get to write as well as him or Kuya Ogie, ganyan. Kasi this is also the era of the songwriter, the era of the producer, not just the interpreter. I don't want to be just the interpreter anymore. I also want to produce. I also want to write. It's a talent that I'm still developing. Kasi nga, there's some super talented songwriters there like Yeng and Rico Blanco who can just pop up a hit like that. Diba? I want to develop a talent like that. Pero yeah, Jose Marichan was so gracious, and Romance will still be one of the best albums out there that I was a part of.
And speaking of like songwriting, parang it's really something you've been exploring these last few years, right? And how has that been coming from, oh, I've been interpreting all these songs and now I also get to write songs for myself and produce songs for others?
Yeah, I'm not there yet. Hanggat magkahit ako ng mega hit, wala pa ako doon. So I'm still looking for that mega hit na I wrote sana. Sana bago ako mamatay, merong malabas ako na song, whether for me or for others, na nasulat ko. Sana talaga. Working on it.
I'll be there to watch out for that.
Thanks.
Siguro, I mean, aside from that, I guess I want to ask what's next for you. I mean, you've done so many things in the last 17 years. Tama ba 17? 2003.
Maybe.
Last 2 decades, you've hosted, which you're really good at also. I've seen you host so many times and it's
Thanks.
just a different experience every time. Like, you've also done acting on Kitchen Musical, West Side Story, ano yung Frankie Valli, Jersey Boys.
Yeah.
Parang even acting on TV, how was that? And you know, what's next after that?
What's next is to do it all over again.
Would you like, actually do TV again, for example? Kasi you were in a comedy, di ba? Yung Pamilya
Process. Yeah, I have to do it all over again. I have to do TV again. I have to do some movies. I have to record more albums. I have to collaborate with local and international stars. I have to do it all over again. I have to host again. I have to do as much as I can because I'm also doing my best to be a good homemaker, you know, a good husband for my wife, to provide for my wife, my future family, if ever. I must not stop. If I can own some businesses, if I can manage, produce, I would want to do it all. Focus on my strengths and know how to expand my territories in entertainment or in business. I must not stop.
Yeah.
Must not stop.
But then, parang, is there any like role specifically that you'd like to play? For example, in a Broadway musical or anything, or is there anything in mind na, oh, I want to play this character or be in this musical when the time comes?
Well, I always say Moulin Rouge, pero parang matanda na ako masyado. I might miss it. Pero kung musical, hindi ko pa alam. Let me get back to you on that. Gusto ko rin sana Dear Evan Hansen, kaya lang pang high school yon. So,
you can be the dad.
So, siguro Lemis, Marius na lang ng Lemis, madali lang.
You can be Christian as Christian. I mean, it's not that, parang you're not, I mean, Aaron Tveit is not that young either, and he's playing him on Broadway, so.
We'll see, right? I gotta learn how to dance. I gotta be an actor. There's some years I try to dance and then the body's just rejecting it. Sometimes the body accepts it, but I don't know. Roles, parang, I don't know, but I want to be a bad guy siguro for once. I want to be like a mastermind for once. Ano ba? I want to do more musicals. Maybe straight plays as well. Or maybe yun nga, maybe produce, direct, manage. I don't know.
And the concert you just had was also, I mean, you were a producer and it was great. And I was like...
Thank you. It was so hard. I'm not sure if I want to do it again. To be a producer and a performer. Pero I guess I can't stop. During the early signs pa yun of the virus, no? So half of the audience masks on.
Yeah.
Pero I would want to do a better job in the next one, I guess. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can produce maybe for others na lang. Tapos hindi lang ako mag-perform. Baka guest na lang ako. Ganun.
Asia's romantic producer na yung next moniker.
ARP. Sige. ARP.
Pero I mean, aside from that, I guess before we end, parang also like to travel, right, with your wife.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what are you looking forward to? Like, you've been to Africa recently. How was that? You were telling me it was really great. That's one of my bucket list countries also.
It's very alam mo, when you see these giant animals roaming free and not caring about you, parang it really settles you, it really humbles you. You see how big and how vast the world is. It really changes your life. Sana no, na parang there's a program, na a sponsorship program, whether private or government, that can send children all over the world para to get to know different cultures. For me though, and Kat, gusto namin mag-South America. We've never done it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe push Antarctica para lahat ng
continent
na bisita na namin.
That would be great. But so far, aside from Africa, South Africa, what's like the nicest, your like favorite cities to visit or that you've been to?
Venice, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful Venice. Paris. We love Paris as well. I like San Francisco as well.
Yeah. There will always be Paris.
Always a girl's dream. Kat loves to be in Paris. She believes that she is Parisian.
In her old life. There's a certain charm nga naman in that city na, you know, you can't help but be in awe when you see the Eiffel Tower in front of you. It's just like something like, how has this, I mean, of course you know that it was the guy Eiffel who made the tower, but like,
talaga?
I think so. But parang in a sense it's also like for me parang medyo God's wonder to make humans be able to create such feats in architecture. Na parang I was like really in awe every time I passed by and like see it up close. Parang it's just crazy na these things exist.
Parang nakakalimutan natin ang Quezon Memorial Circle. It's kind of awesome as well if you think about it.
Yeah. And actually parang fun fact for people who don't know that it was created in a sense na that was the middle supposedly, right? Kaya may QC circle. Because what do you call this? It was patterned after the mall in Washington, di ba?
Yeah, the seat of government should have been somewhere in Batasan. Parang nakakopya sa White House, Jefferson Memorial, parang ganun dapat. Until they decided to stay in Malacanang.
But alas, ang gulo ng Metro Manila.
Paano ba? Well, let's hope na our developers, urban developers, politicians will be able to establish new rules maybe after this is done. Kasi parang namamangha lahat ngayon na dahil nga walang tao, walang traffic. Parang, ang ganda pala, no? Ganda pala ng Manila Bay, ng EDSA na wala. So hopefully also, after the healthcare systems are in place, magkaroon ng sense of beautifying or reviving proper urban development after this. Sana.
Real life social distancing from cars and everything.
Yeah, maybe some streets can be totally denied of cars. They do that in some cities in Europe, I think, based on my Facebook research.
But with this, parang, syempre, it's kind of related to your undergrad. Is there any plans of revisiting that na parang to help develop like the Philippines? Syempre, you were in landscape architecture. Is there any like plans of revisiting that or like applying it to something like maybe even your house or somebody else's house?
After this, no, Kat and I would love to finally find a lot na mapagawa namin ang house, and we have agreed, just as I was washing the dishes kanina, now we would have like an herb garden, like a mini vegetable garden, to grow our own vegetables at least. Hindi ko pa nasasabi sa kanya na gusto kong mag-plant din ng mga chickens doon. Pero step by step, you know. Step by step.
Sa Animal Crossing na lang muna kayo.
Parang now you want to realize na kasi there's news din na supply chains might get disrupted as countries will stop muna importing or exporting. So sana din the Philippines can work on being self-sustaining as well.
Yeah.
Ang dami naman natin lupa eh.
It's just
Ay,
management.
paano lang mamamanage yung delivery, selling. Kaya naman, I think kaya naman, okay, wala akong research, I know nothing. Pero when I fly in different provinces or regions, meron pa mga unused land eh.
Yeah.
Meron pa mga unused land. Baka pwede.
It's really a dream that hopefully can be achieved in this country. There are a lot of things to to fix and to to do with the government na hopefully maayos naman in the
It will. It will.
dahil bukas wala nang ulan.
Yes.
To end
Yes.
it. And hopefully, yeah, I mean, we always look forward to tomorrow and that we have each other, as the song says, na we have each other to look after and to work with towards our goals and towards becoming better people. So, ayun, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it for this conversation. Thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed this. I hope we get to talk more
Yeah.
after
Just let me know. Pag bored ka.
Yeah, and what's this? Parang, it's just, I'm just really thankful again for you being here and accepting my invitation and
You're welcome.
being my idol. Being my idol.
Thank you.
Duet na lang natin yung susunod. Dahil nakaduet.
Sige. Meron nga yatang app yun eh, di ba? Something doon natin gawin.
Sige. Before anything else, you want to promote your song again, Bukas Wala Nang Ulan?
Yes, I have a new song out, a duet with Janine Teñoso, Bukas Wala Nang Ulan. I hope it calms you down, soothes any troubles, and if you can share it, that would be nice. Thank you.
And where can they follow you, of course, on social media?
On social media, on Twitter and Instagram, it's Christian Bautista. On Facebook, it's Christian Bautista.
And of course, we're down to our last bit of the show, which we call the Pop Stop, or our pop culture recommendations for the week. Of course, we have our extra special guest, Mr. Christian Bautista. Is there anything you'd like to recommend to our listeners? Any movies, shows you've seen lately, or your all-time favorites?
Pag games, right now I'm playing Call of Duty, Modern Warfare.
Is that the remake?
It's a new one. It's a PS4. And eto, whether right or wrong, nanood kami ni Kat ng Tiger King sa Netflix. So, it's kind of crazy. I warn you. Panood mo na ba?
Yeah. I mean, we're about to continue it in a Netflix party with friends. And memes.
Crazy. On books, devotionals are very good at this time. Pero I'm trying to, what am I finishing? I'm trying to read The Witcher again kasi nga sumikat sa Netflix. And
did you ever make a cover of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher?
No. Kasi may clip pa yung buhok ko pag humaba na. Pag Yael na.
Siya si Gerald. Ikaw yung kumakanta ng Toss a Coin.
Yung bard? No. I don't want to be the bard. Maghahanap ako ng special character sa Witcher. Pero not the bard. Parang, nang nanonood nga kami ng The Witcher sa Netflix, parang sabi ng wife ko, Christian, you're the bard. I don't want to be the bard. I want to be like a king or a witcher.
But the bard was cool. It's one
he always gets into trouble. He doesn't know how to handle weapons. Ganyan. Unless merong arc that we don't know yet. Ano ba? So far, yun pa lang. And you know what? Now is also a good time na kung nag-TikTok kayo, wag lang puro sayaw. Meron din exercise, dance, TikToks, or mag-YouTube exercises kayo for your body kasi parang it's important then to do some home exercises as well while we're on lockdown para yung health natin mas maging okay, hindi tayo magkasakit, hindi tayo mag-contract pa ng other forms of disease just because we're doing nothing. So we also have to be
I've been doing a lot of Zumba YouTube. And it's really fun.
Yeah, totally.
It's a fun, tiring still tiring exercise, and you get to dance to your favorite songs.
Totally, yeah.
Baka
Do
may
it.
kung ano ng interpretative Zumba ng The Way You Look at Me or Bukas Wala ng Ulan.
Gumawa na lang tayo. Gumawa lang tayo.
TikTok. Ako naman, I haven't been watching anything the last few days because I have just been on my island in Animal Crossing, and
Okay.
that's all I have been doing, farming and harvesting and crafting and getting donations from my friends.
Eh,
And
i-stream mo na para kumita ka pa.
wala pa, pangit pa nung island ko eh. So wala pa akong recommendation at this time, but I would like to again reiterate helpfromhome.ph, which is a organization I'm volunteering for right now. It's for the benefit of frontliners and vulnerable communities in the time of COVID. It's a database online that you can check out, and they will you can see wherever you can donate. Lahat ng mga donation na pwede mong puntahan or pwede mong tulungan is in helpfromhome.ph. So go check helpfromhome.ph out. It's a great initiative, and you'll be able to find a lot of ways you can help from the comforts of your home, literally, in helpfromhome.ph. So go check helpfromhome.ph out. And probably by this time they're listening to this, the music video could have been out for Bukas Wala ng Ulan. And helpfromhome.ph is actually our partner in the music video, so we get to help them as well. So hope you guys get to check that out. But again, thank you so much, Christian, for the time that you spent with me over the last hour or so. Thank you to everyone who listened to this first episode of our first anniversary special of PopCorn. And thank you for the support for the first year. I'm happy to be here and to be continuing to do so. And I hope you get to recommend us to more friends and more people out there. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you can stream your podcasts. And of course, our social media accounts, that's at Popcorn with Cholo, at Popcorn W Cholo on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and social media platforms. So thank you again, and bye.
Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay atin sa labas ng square.